And I am live on YouTube now. So, good evening. Um, I'm live on YouTube. Welcome to class this evening. Here's my face. I'm Allison with Sunflower Collective Outdoors, Sunflower Collective Yoga. We're on Instagram. Oh, and there's somebody on the stream. So, this is what it looks like. This right here. But then, you know what? In a second, you're only going to see me from that angle. So, appreciate you joining. Like and subscribe. Invite some more people. We're doing yoga MDRs tonight. Thank you. Thank you. Join in the future. Like and subscribe. Invite some friends. I appreciate your words. We're going to do yoga MDRs tonight. So, minimum daily requirements is what is on our schedule tonight. Have these yellow shorts on tonight, so we're gonna see how these. I do not wear shorts, but guess what? We have on shorts tonight. The sun is popping, so I'm gonna close them a little. I love this natural light I have in here. Like, it's pretty dope. I have natural. I have a light on too, but the natural light is pretty good in here. I think I like it on that setting. All right, as we get settled in, we are doing yoga in DRs today. Hello, I'm Allison with Sunflower Collective Yoga. Welcome. Go ahead and let's meet on the mat. We're going to be flowing this evening, morning, afternoon, whatever time it is, or location where you're watching this. Please like and subscribe, share. I'm live on Instagram right now. My schedule is posted on my YouTube channel, or if you follow my meetup.com page, I post the schedule there. So information will be in the description box after the class. Please do join and please share the stream. And if you have questions or would like to focus on something, please leave me a message and I will see it. So I appreciate you joining this evening, morning, afternoon, time of day that you're watching, whenever you're watching this. Like, I love a good, I love when someone tells me that they've watched my stream. That's pretty, like, amazing to me. All right, so all right, okay, I'm gonna turn this on. So let's meet at the middle of the mat. We're gonna meet in the middle of the mat. We're just gonna do some warm-ups before we start off. All right, perfect. We're gonna do some warm-ups. So welcome everyone. We're in the middle of the mat. You can be standing at the top of your mat or in the middle, whatever feels good for you. Let's take our hands together and put our thumbs into our chest. Let's catch a couple breaths right here. So breathe in, release out, breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, release out. One more time, breathe in, release out. Nice. We're just going to open our arms right here. Just get a nice wide. Stretch those fingers opposite direction as they're going. And you're just like stretching. You should feel yourself just expanding out. And bring it on down. Bring your hands down to your side. Nice. And just kind of step into it and move around. Hi, we're doing yoga. I'm live on YouTube. Like and subscribe, join, share the stream. Keep moving those arms. Just getting a little flowy right here. We're just starting. What did you do today? Did you have to do something constructive? Did you have to chill? Are you just stressed out? Are you just like don't know and you're here? All of them are great. Keep moving. All of them are great. Everyone is welcome, and we are working to center ourselves. So consistent movement and practicing the practice is where consistency comes from. Beautiful. Let's go to the top of the mat. Come to stillness. Come to the top of the mat. So at the top of the mat, we're going to take our arms straight on up. Get a little back bend right there. Bring your hands back to heart center. Nice. And again, take your arms up. This time, circle your arms around and back to heart center. Nice. Let's do that a couple times. Arms up. Keep going. Keep your breath going. Move your arms with your breath. Two more. One more. Hands to heart center. Nice. Hands right here. We're going to start our sun A's. Arms go up. And fold. Up halfway. Fold. Hopper step back. Vinyasa. Knees, chest, chin. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. 5 breaths right here. And remember when you do your vinyasa, you can take your knees down if you'd like to. They don't have to stay up off the ground. Remember, this practice is meeting yourself. One more breath. Bend your knees. Step or hop forward. Up halfway. Fold. Rise all the way on up. Hands to heart center. Beautiful. And take those arms on up. Fold. Up halfway. Fold. Step back, jump back. Vinyasa. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. 5 breaths right here. And remember, when you're in your down dog, you can pedal it out. Maybe stretch the back. You can take your opposite foot that is loose and put your heel between your big toe and your little toe. Give yourself like a little extra stretch right there. Yes, and make sure you do it on both sides. Maybe you stay still. Maybe you move your feet out. Maybe you do 3-legged dog. Maybe you bend it open. Wherever the movement feels for you. I give you free movement on that one. One more breath. Bend your knees. Step or hop forward. Up halfway. Fold. Rise all the way on up. Hands to heart center. Beautiful. Take those arms up. And fold. Up halfway. Fold. Step back. Jump back. Vinyasa. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. 5 breaths. Remember, the consistent is always the breath. Always the breath. 2 more breaths. One more. Bend your knees, step or hop forward. Up halfway. Fold. Rise all the way on up. Hands to heart center. Nice. Hands up. And fold. Up halfway. Fold. And step back vinyasa. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. 5 breaths. Come back to neutral. Bend your knees. Step or hop forward. Up halfway. Fold. Rise all the way on up. Hands to heart center. Beautiful. And last sun A. Arms going up. And fold. Up halfway. Fold. Step back. Vinyasa. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. 5 breaths. I know you guys hear me say all the time. And all the time is when you tune into my class to work on that breath work. Breathing is the way through. If something's difficult, breathe through it. It takes time to master. That's what consistency is. Bend your knees. Come back to neutral. Bend your knees. Step or hop forward. Up halfway. Fold. Rise all the way on up. Hands to heart center. Beautiful. Yoga is a 60-year practice. It can take 60 years for you to master yoga. So just because you see someone doing a pose that you're like, oh man, they said they haven't been doing it that long. You can probably do something they can't do. We all have our own strengths. All right, let me not start. I'm ready, y'all. You know I'm ready to start talking. Top of the mat, sun B. Arms going up. Chair pose. Sit those buns back. So you're sitting in your chair. Release your shoulders. They shouldn't be hunched up by your ears. Chair pose. And fold. Up halfway. Fold. Step back. Vinyasa. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Right leg forward, warrior 1. Step that right leg forward. Warrior 1. Hips facing forward, arms up, shoulders loose. And take those hands down and vinyasa. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Left side, warrior 1. Yes, feel that. And Release. Vinyasa. Downward dog. 5 breaths right here. Maybe you would like to take child's pose as one of your 5 breaths. Maybe you'd like to practice crow pose. This is a good time to practice crow pose. If you'd like to do Malasana squat, that is another great pose to do also. So 5 breaths. Go right ahead. And Malasana squat, I'm going to demo it because I called it. And I'm not, if you do or don't know what it is, Malasana squat, heels are about width apart, and you squat. You're squatting. 5 breaths. One more breath. Come to neutral. Bend your knees, step or hop forward. Come up halfway. Fold. Chair pose. And fold. Up halfway. Fold. Step back, jump back, vinyasa. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Right foot forward, warrior 1. And vinyasa. This is that movement. You're just flowing through. If you're wondering, am I doing this right? Yes, you are. Left side, warrior 1. Yes, you're doing it right. Showing it as when you show up, you're doing it right. You're trying. Take your hands down, vinyasa. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. 5 breaths right here. When you show up, you show out. Period. When you show up, you show out. This is your in between your 5 breaths motivation right here. Because you're still breathing, your hands are wide on the mat. You're pressing those heels into the mat. You're breathing. Maybe your heels touch the mat and you're down dog. Maybe they don't. You're doing amazing. 2 more breaths right here. 1 more breath. Come to neutral. If you're not there already, bend your knees, step or hop forward. Come up halfway, fold, rise all the way on up into chair. Rise into that chair. And fold. Up halfway. Fold. Step back. Vinyasa. Knees, chest, chin. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Right side, warrior 1. And take those hands down, vinyasa. And left side, warrior 1. And vinyasa. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. 5 breaths. Maybe right here you want to do some frog kicks. So watch. You're just jumping up like a frog. Maybe you make it up high, maybe you don't. And it's the practice, the jumping. Eventually you would be able to jump your feet and your hips would land above your head. So if you're really good, you can do it on the wall. I can only do it on the wall in this position. I can do it like this, but standing on my hands now. All right, a couple more, 2 more frog jumps. 1 more, and down dog. Bend your knees. Step or hop forward. Up halfway. Fold. Chair pose. And fold. Up halfway. Fold. Step back, vinyasa. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Right side, warrior 1. Nice. You'll stretch right there. Take your hands down, vinyasa. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Left side, warrior 1. Up and take those hands down, vinyasa. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. 5 breaths. 5 breaths right here. Maybe you want to do frog jumps again. Maybe you want to be in stillness. Dolphin's pose. Where you're in down dog and you come on your forearms. Keep breathing. Two more breaths. One more breath. Come to neutral. Bend your knees. Step or hop forward. Up halfway. Fold. Chair pose. Chair pose and fold. Last sun B. Up halfway. Fold. Step back, jump back. Vinyasa. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Right side, warrior 1. And take your hands down in a smooth fashion, vinyasa. Upward facing dog. Downward dog. Left side, warrior 1. And hands down, vinyasa. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. 5 breaths. 5 breaths. Two more breaths. One breath. Come to neutral. Bend your knees. Step or hop forward. Come up halfway. Fold. Chair pose. And stand all the way on a beautiful, beautiful flow, everyone. Get a couple drink of water if you need one real fast. We're going to meet back at the top of the mat. At the top of the mat, we're going to come back to the top, hands to heart center. Come back to the practice. Nice job. Arms going up. And chair pose. Then into half chair. So you sit back, your hands clasped together. Turn them palm side out. Push it all the way back. Your hands are forward, half chair. And crow pose. So release that. So you can do crow pose or you can do Malasana squat. So those are the two poses you can do right here. So crow pose, Malasana squat. Go right ahead. I'm going to do Malasana squat. So get that Malasana squat in. Couple breaths. Crow. If you're holding that crow or even working on crow, keep going. 2, 3, 4, 5. And step back, jump back. Vinyasa. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Right side, crescent lunge. So step that right foot forward. Crescent lunge. Crescent lunge, your hands are framing out the leg. Oh no. Is it? Crescent lunge is like this. You're up off your back foot on the ball. Arms are up. Crescent lunge. And then roll over into warrior 2. Nice. And let's do peaceful warrior. So you take your left hand. You can go down the leg or you can bind around the back. Peaceful warrior. And come back to warrior 2. Straighten that right leg. Triangle, side angle. Triangle. Nice. And reverse. So take your left hand down and take your right arm up. Well, your arm, you're just twisting. So if you have a block, it helps. And then extended side angle. So then take that right elbow onto that right knee. Left arm is extended over. And then take your hands down. You can do dolphin pose. So take your right foot back. Dolphin, you bring your arms down, both your forearms. You can step your feet in a little closer, just depending where you are. And if you have a block, you can put the block in between your hands like this, and then put it on the ground. That'll help you with getting into your dolphin pose. So block, it's like in the L's of my finger, this pointer finger, my thumb, and the finger next to it. It's like an L and it frames out the block. It just helps you get into the pose. Okay, 2 breaths right here. Keep going. 1 more. Come into down dog and end with some tuck jumps. Go ahead. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Come to stillness. Bend your knees. Step or hop forward. Up halfway. Fold. Rise all the way on up. Hands to heart center. Nice. We're going to do the other side. So arms going up. Fold. Up halfway. Fold. Step back. Jump back. Vinyasa. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Left foot forward. Crescent lunge. So come up on that right heel. On the toes. Arms up. Nice. Open up, warrior 2. Peaceful warrior. Triangle. Straighten that leg. Whoop, pop, pop for me over here. This is a good place for a block. Block's up there. My block will go on the inside or the outside of the foot. Nice. Reverse. So take that right hand down and left hand up. And release. Dolphin. And come back into down dog. And go right ahead. 5 tuck jumps. 5 tuck jumps. Imagine me looking at you right now. Maybe I'm coming over to adjust you or help you out. Keep breathing. 3, 2, 1. Nice job. And come to center. Bend your knees. Come up, bend your knees. Step to the top of the mat. Come up halfway. Fold. And rise all the way on up. Beautiful. And let's come down on the mat. All right, let's do a gorilla pose before we sit down. So still standing, we're going to do gorilla pose. So you can take your hands and take your 2 fingers and you're going to grab your toe. So stretch up and fold. Grab your big toes with your 2 fingers and your thumb wrapped around. And put pressure on your big toe down and breathe. And release. This time you're going to put your hand underneath your foot. So go right ahead. You want to try to get your toes to your wrist. This isn't my favorite pose, but I'm still going to show up. And then you put pressure into your hand. And whenever you're ready, release slowly. Slowly. You don't want to fall out of the position. Slowly. That was kind of funny. And nice. Let's come on down to the mat. We're going to come on down to the mat. And let's take our legs out. We're going to do a stretch right here. So legs out long. We're going to take our right hand and tuck it under that left thigh. And take that left hand. And our right arm is pushing into the right leg. And we're just going to take our left arm over. Maybe you can grab your foot. Maybe you can't. If you can grab somewhere, great. If you can't, great. Show up forever, wherever you are. And rise all the way on up. And tuck that left hand under the right thigh. Elbow into the left and arm over. And come on up. Nice. And let's just go for our, both hands are going towards your toes. So you just kind of do a little fold here. Maybe it feels better to bring your hands in the middle. And come on up. Nice. Let's bring our legs together and come on over to our back. So on our back, we're going to do reverse tabletop. So you can take both your feet like this and take your hands like this. And you're just going to lift on up, reverse tabletop. Release your head, chin is up. And release, come on down. Nice. We're going to do it again. Just take those hands back. Elbows back, chin up, and go ahead and push up. And release down. Nice. Let's lay on our back. So we're just going to take our leg, we're going to cross our right leg over the left, and you're going to thread the needle. So bring your leg close to you. You can go under the leg or on top of it. And release that left leg down. Right leg comes down and bend the left leg over the right and bring it on up. And release that down. Let's do some, we're going to take our legs. So let's take make your left leg go long. Bring your right leg in and reach it over to your left side. Right arm is out straight, or your hand can be facing the ground. Putting some pressure on that right leg. Nice. And come back up to neutral. And take that right leg long. Take that left leg over. If you have any props in the way, make sure you move them. And let's come back to neutral. Nice. Let's bring our knees in. Happy baby. Let's do bridge pose. So go ahead and lift up one into bridge. And release. And we're going to do two more. Lift on up. And release. And last one, go ahead and lift on up. And release down. Nice job. And let's go into shoulder stand. So you can do shoulder stand, plow. Maybe you want to do legs up the wall. You can put a block under your sacrum in the middle and put your feet up. Elevating those feet is an inversion. So you can come on into shoulder stand. Get up as straight as you can. And you can go into plow pose or death man pose, whatever feels good for you. My plants are eating my feet right here, so that's kind of cool. And wherever you are, slowly, when you're ready, come on out of that position. And as we're winding down, take another pose before you take your final Shavasana. So maybe you would like to do another vinyasa, or you'd like to keep your legs up the wall. Whatever sounds good for you. Go ahead and head towards that another vinyasa. As you start to wind down, Shavasana. As we end our Shavasana, roll over to your comfortable side. Keep your eyes closed. And when you're ready, you can roll up. Keep your eyes closed. As we're ending our practice, I'm going to close the card. We have people joining. I'm live on YouTube. Like and subscribe. I'm finishing practice right now. And the affirmation card we have this evening is, I am safe and sound and out of harm's way. I follow the rules and expect others to do the same. I'm aware of how my thoughts, words, and actions affect those around me. So we're diving into ourselves. And I take that as a reflection card. So reflect on how do you show up? Are you mirroring what the people around you are doing, or are you trying to be creative with yourself? And one more card, just because, and this one flew out. My thought processes are conscious and healthy. I am mindful and present as I create meals. My body metabolizes the food I prepare with ease. I am grateful for all involved in bringing food to my table. Fully present. Thank you all for joining this evening. Please take care of yourself. Join me again. Like and subscribe. Information is in my description on YouTube. And join me again. If you have any questions, please email me, reach me on Instagram. I look forward to hearing from you.